So good afternoon, another day, another Mikel Arteta press conference. He joined me earlier on this afternoon on the channel. And do you know what? It triggers people when I say that. Some people need to get out more, man. I see some comments over there go, why do you think he's coming on your channel? It ain't that deep. It's called banter. Maybe get out the basement, go out walking, go out jogging, go for a bike ride, do what we got to do, man. I'm in a good mood today, and that's because Arsenal ain't playing. We are playing tomorrow, and I'll be doing my watch along for that. And Liverpool have only beaten us 3 times in the last 20 years at our ground. I fully expect that to be 4 tomorrow. But you just never know, do you? Last season, I was there when Lacazette scored a great goal. Rounded Alisson, cut back, and then pinged one back of the net to make it 1 apiece. I was there the season before that as well when we drew 3-3. And completely cocked it up from 2-0 down to 3-2 up to a check happened. So yeah, we actually do all right against them at our ground. But we're going to get into this press conference real soon. He did this earlier on today. Poor Mesut Ozil, he's just tweeted out an hour ago. He's starting a new sneaker brand. Anything but football, eh, Mesut? Yeah, it doesn't look like your back's hurting in that picture, mate. Bless him, poor little buttercup. The quicker he's gone, the better. 352 days and he is gone. But we're going to get into this. Before I do that, there will be no stream at 5 o'clock tonight. I'm actually going out. But I will be dropping my preview at 9 o'clock tonight. So make sure you come and check that out. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you stick a like on the video. And also, most importantly, download HOTMIC. Use my code, Lee623. That's in the description. And go and follow me on HOTMIC. I'll be doing the stream on there tomorrow, the watch along. I probably should have gone live on this one, really, shouldn't I? I don't even know if I've set it up to go live. I don't know. Did I even set it up to go live? Not sure. Let's have a look. And then we'll get into this press conference real quick. Yeah, do whack a like on the video while you're here. Also follow me on social media accounts as well. That would be lovely jubbly. The links for that are in the description. Yes, I did go live on HOTMIC. Here we go. We're live. We're active. Settings. Let's go. And let's have it. But yeah, I will come back to comments and questions towards the end of this. I just want to rifle through it as quick as I can. And then I'll read some of your comments and that out. So let's go. Let's go. Let's make him full screen. There we go. He spoke quite a bit, actually, about a whole variety of topics. How have the boys been since Sunday and have you picked them up? He said they were touchy yesterday. They know what it means to everybody, that kind of game. They felt disappointed because of the way the game went. They feel they deserved much more. But because, much more, but as well, that the reflection of the game is that we lost the game. But we are ready. They know what games are coming up in the next few days and they're massive for us for the fixture. For the future of next season as well. And they're willing to go and try again with the same effort and commitment. Well, listen, let me just put something into perspective real quick. Possession don't win football matches, goals do. We lost 2 goals to the one we gave against them. They had 8 shots on target, we had 4. Yeah, come on, seriously. Let's have a bit of perspective on it. We didn't deserve to win the game because we didn't have enough chances. How will the FA Cup semi-final influence your selection? He said we have to go game by game. Today we will know more about how the players have recovered. Some players have had a huge demand since we joined the season and played a lot of minutes. So you can see that recovery-wise, even with the schedule that we have by the Premier League to play every 2.5 days, but we will assess them today and tomorrow and put the players on the pitch with the best possible condition to compete and try and win. Well, that means we're making changes then. Great. No Pepe then. How difficult is it to fix defensive frailties? It's a collective game, but within that, there are a lot of individual games that happen, a lot of sequences throughout 90 to 95 minutes that we play. Individual errors are part of football. You can make them and they can go unnoticed. If somebody doesn't happen, then obviously those finishing in goal, that makes no sense. I'm not concerned about the individual errors. Okay, cool. Well, you should be because we do them time and time again. And it is the same old faces that are doing them time and time again. In the short term, it is more difficult to do. But after that, After you make an individual error, it's how you react to that, how you keep trying, and your mindset to keep continuing the game and try and put one back, resolve the situation and win. It's not just the player that makes the individual mistake, but the rest have to react to try and help that player who's done it. We got punished big time the other day with that, and we have to learn. I think it's way too late for Kolasinac to learn, mate. And we know that teams are expecting that sometimes as well, and we can't give them anything. Well, that's the thing. When you're playing against Liverpool, they're going to press us non-stop. And if we make any kind of mistake, they'll probably end up scoring. There are discussions of supporters potentially returning to stadiums. What is it really like playing an empty stadium? For anybody who hasn't seen this, they're trying to get fans back in the ground for next season. It might not be full capacity, but they are trying to get some level of fans in there, whether that be season ticket holders or whatever, I don't know. But he said it's a different game. I will name it like this. The crowd affect many situations. The crowd doesn't allow the team who is playing at home to have certain behaviours during the game. It is asking all the time, demanding the home team act in a certain way. It puts pressure on the players when they have the ball, when they don't have the ball, and as well gives a different energy to the whole game. The passion, the moment before the game, during the warm-up, is completely different. Hopefully we can have them back, obviously, with a safe environment for them. I understand it's going to be a slow process again, but hopefully we'll get there. He was asked about Man City. What's the point? Just because he worked there, why are we asking him that? It's a Liverpool game press conference. Does the possession you had against Spurs please you, or is it immaterial because of a loss? I'm not too concerned about possession. It's how we attack the opponent's box. We have to generate situations to score goals with dominance, how quickly we regain the ball, how close we do it to the next opponent's goal. Obviously, it tells how far we've come that we're able to do that in an away ground at one of the biggest rivals. It shows the personality and what the team wants to do, and is going to be a big part of our identity. But we're going to finish that having produced 3 points and the security that we can control and dominate games. Listen, I said this on the watch along. I've said it since the watch along, and I'll say it again. And I said it right at the very start. Just because you have 75% of the ball means absolutely nothing. Leicester City won the league on 45, 46% possession. So what is the point? If you're not doing anything with it, it's irrelevant. Is Jurgen Klopp the model for building a club? He said what they've done is phenomenal. The first 2 years took them some time to build the squad, create a new culture, new philosophy, and a game model that suited the coach. Then they started recruiting every single player in relation to what they needed. That's where I think they were really smart, because they brought a specificity for every single position required. Financially, they had big backing. Well, they didn't. They spent £27 million more than us over 5 seasons. And that made some big signings, which completely changed the club. The reason they had big backing, as he puts it, is because they sold their best player for 140 million quid. And then they reinvested that. They haven't actually had any backing. They've spent £27 million gross, more than Arsenal in 5 seasons, which equates to Sadio Mane. Take him out the team, they're still light years ahead of us. Is your job similar to what Klopp had to do at Liverpool? He said, if you ask me that question in 4 years and we're both sitting there, and I can tell you, yes, we've done it, I'll be so happy. But I know how many decisions have to be right and how much support you need from the club and the people around, and how much connection you have to generate from your fans. You have to have the full package, and afterwards it's football. The context right now is different to what it was as well 4 years ago, and the abilities for the club to rebuild something is more limited. But it's certainly something we have to look at, and how they did it, because it's a great example. But we have to know that we have to do it our way with our resources, and have that in mind, that the content right now is very difficult, but we are heading to be the best, and that is my only objective at this club, is to find a way to do it. What he's basically saying there, by the sounds of it, we ain't spending anything this summer. How much could no Europe hinder your resources, finances? European football gives you more resources financially, that is clear, and we're going to keep trying until the end of the season to try and achieve that. After that, we will assess where we are and what our capabilities are to recruit, to maintain the players that we have, to maintain the structure that we have in place at the moment with the club, and move forward from there. We're pretty doomed if we lose this game, by the way. We ain't getting no Europe. Is there potential for resting players against Liverpool for Man City? I believe it's very important to have the energy and momentum going into important matches. And in order to do that, you have to go game by game. Today and tomorrow, we will assess the players, see how they are. And obviously, they have been hit a lot. Some of them have played some crazy minutes up until now. And again, we're going to have to go a game every 2.5 days. We will try and put the strongest team out as possible here and as well on Sunday. And to do that, we need to know how everyone has recovered. Now, listen, let me just pick that out real quick. Wow. It's all well and good coming out saying players have played crazy minutes every 2.5 days, blah, blah, blah. As far as I'm aware, Shkodran Mustafi has only missed 45 minutes of football since lockdown. So if he plays tomorrow, that totally contradicts what he's saying. Yeah, he came off at half-time in, can't remember what game it was. He came off at half-time. Other than that, Mustafi has played every minute of every game. Have you been surprised by Emi Martinez? Will Bernd Leno walk straight back into the team? He said, well, in terms of Emi's character and his goalkeeping ability, I didn't have any question marks. The way he trains every day, behaves, and has been behaving since he's been at this club is phenomenal. He was a question mark over how well he was going to do because he didn't have any Premier League experience, and how can he deal with that game after game. And he's shown that he is more than ready to do it. He's earned his place now. He's doing really well, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. In the key moments, he's been really helpful and needs to continue to do that. It's a marathon, a long run. It's a football club like this demands that every day at this level. That's why he needs to keep going. Well, he never answered the question about Bernd Leno, did he? So he completely swerved that one. Do you feel Arsenal could give more, could have been given more gaps? I ain't even reading that. I ain't listening to excuses. And I'm sure he probably said no, it is what it is. Are you expecting a 0-0 tomorrow? Another stupid question. What's the point in that? Will Mesut Ozil play again this season? With Mesut, the situation is still the same as it was. He's probably carrying his PS4 around from mate's house to mate's house. It's probably done his back in, isn't it? Is it realistic that Arsenal can challenge for a title in 4 years? We kind of covered that a minute ago. These questions are shit. Seriously, do you wish Arsenal did more to keep Oxlade? What another shit question. What has that got to do with anything? Is that everything? I think that's everything. I think that's what is going on with this. What is this fucking thing doing? Come on. Bye. I'm done with that. I'm done. We're done. We're done. This is running proper slow, you know. Proper slow. But anyway, listen, that press conference was pretty shocking. Not so much from him, but from the journalists asking the questions. What is going on here? Like, seriously, get me in a room with him. I see before the game, Charles Watts putting out a tweet, quote tweeted it. I said, why aren't you asking questions I want to know the answers to? Yeah? Who injured Martinelli? Nobody's told us that. Is he actually injured, or is it just we don't want to pay extra money for add-ons? Yeah, is he actually injured? Because normally, oh, it was a training ground injury, him and so collided. We've heard nothing other than it was a training ground injury and he's out for the rest of the season. Is he actually out for the rest of the season? Who knows? What I want to know is, what injury has Mesut Ozil actually got to his back? Yeah? Is it just a cover-up? Why aren't they asking him that? Why was Saka dropped against Spurs? Why didn't they ask him that? Why has Aubameyang not featured up front in any game from the start of the game? Why? I don't get it. Why have we not seen Saka, Pepe, and Aubameyang as a front three more often? Why? I don't get it. And people go on and on and on about that. Oh, but Aubameyang, we don't, you know, he can't hold the ball up. We'll play to his strengths, and you won't need to hold the ball up. Play him in behind. You won't need to. It's pretty damn simple. These journalists ask the most boring questions at times. And do you know what? Out of all the press conferences I've done, in terms of reaction, that's got to be up there as one of the worst. Some of them questions were a disgrace. Like, what does it matter whether we sold Oxlade-Chamberlain and whether we should have done more to keep him? Who cares? He's gone. You know, who cares about Man City getting their ban overturned? How's that going to affect our lives? How's that going to affect Arsenal versus Liverpool? I genuinely don't get it. Some of these people, man, it's just tea and biscuits, isn't it? That's all it is. Just tea and biscuits. But anyway, listen, there is over 500 people watching live. What do you guys think? Let me read some of your comments out. Thank you to everyone on HOTMIC. I see you all. Big up, OK Buddy, Yems, Wenger's cigarette. Mesut is outside signing a sneaker deal. Yeah, I see that. It was on his Twitter. Obviously weren't in training because of his backache. Ozil is having issues with his child's health at home, so his mind is obviously not on football, nothing close to what Bellerin does. How do we know that? So why don't they just say that instead of saying backache? How do we know that, bruv? Come on. Are you doing a watch along for West Ham Watford? When's that? When is that game, bruv? Sick and tired of people kissing up to Ozil. Well, don't worry, the masses have swung. The pendulum has turned, and all the ones that were vocally backing him, blindly backing him, are now starting to come out and see the error of their ways. Next season, Martinelli should be our main left wing because he works harder than Aubameyang. Laka can link up play. We have the firepower on the bench. Laka's better coming off the bench, if I'm honest. Coutinho has been offered to Arsenal. Jesus Christ. Sate says, get rid of Guendouzi, 35, Torreira, 30, Collar, 15, 25 for Bellerin, 4 for El Neni, 3 for Socrates, that's 112 million. By Party, Van der Beek, Malang Sarr, Ceballos, loan him, that's 95 million. That's a profit and the better team. Big up Arjun. But yeah, there we go. Let's read some of these out. Banu says, which is more dangerous, Luis, Mustafi and Kolasinac or Salah, Firmino and Mane? It depends what you're looking for, mate. It depends what you're looking for. Milinkovic Savic. Look at that. Luis Stafanovic. Yeah, Milinkovic Savic. That comment's gone, bruv. I did see it. But yeah, that cost a lot of money. Martinelli has I can't even speak. Hi Lee, I hope you're well. Martinelli had a lesson. I still can't speak. In his left leg cartilage. Bro, the sun's gone to my head today. I'm having a mare. Okay, I get it. Cool, man. Thank you very much. Doctor cleaning it up in the chat. Nice one, bro. Would you take Gareth Bale at Arsenal? Yes. Rate Gareth Bale. Rate Gareth Bale. Lee is waved. I'm not. And do you know what, yeah? Real talk, right? I just opened that. I've had literally one sip of it. I've just come back from a food shop. I'm going to go and dive in the pool after this and then going out for a few drinks later with my pal. And then I'll be back. I won't be waiting for the 9 o'clock one either. Let's read some more of these. What would be your top priority signing if you were the manager? What would be my top priority signing if I was manager? I'd have to go with Ndidi, someone in that mould. Yeah, because I think that if we put him in our midfield, we're light years better than we are. He's class, bruv. I'd rate him better than Party, but I wouldn't be too pissed off if we signed Party. That must have been one hell of a sip. Drink some juice. Drink some juice. I did actually drink orange juice all day yesterday, believe it or not. Because apparently I'm an alcoholic and I drink every day. Actually, I don't. I drank tea and orange juice all day yesterday. And I fell asleep, which is why I didn't do my 9 o'clock stream. The heat knocked me out yesterday. It was like 32 degrees yesterday. Would you take Cantwell? Probably not. B-Tech Griezmann. What's your favorite food? Mexican. Love a chili con carne. Love a chili con carne. We are going to get shit on tomorrow. I heard Robertson talking. We're going to show Arsenal that we're champions, says Hamadou. Big up yourself. Why are Arsenal fans laughing at United? Because they're deluded sheep. Ha, ha, ha. Actually, let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I looked at something earlier. The Premier League table the day Unai Emery was sacked. Yeah, 29th of November, sacked. Yeah, we were ahead of Man United in the table. We were on 18 points and we were 1 point off 5th. That was the day Unai Emery was sacked. We were 8 points off of 4th, which was Chelsea at the time. But Man United were below us. How is anyone laughing at Man United? They're now above us. Take a sip, take a sip. Come on, we'll take a sip. Happy Tuesday, guys. Happy Tuesday. Oh, fucking hell, nearly knocks it over. I love all Mexican food, man. All Mexican food, Georgie. Arteta had 1 win before lockdown, then we had 4. Arteta has worse stats than Freddie. Emery is miles better than Arteta, says Grant. Arteta's only good at looking good. He is a sharp dresser, I can't lie. But yeah, he's not convinced me yet, mate. Chelsea-Norwich predictions. No doubt Norwich will score. No doubt it'll be Timu Pukki, who hasn't scored a goal for 6 months, because that's how it rolls. But I do think Chelsea will win. Man United, I watched the last 20 minutes of that game this morning. And yeah, you just knew they were going to score, didn't you? You just knew it was going to happen. Big up my guy on Twitch. Did you see saying United are a bang average side? Bruv, I ain't commenting on anything that geezer has to say, mate. Yeah, seriously. I should have proofread that first, to be fair. Yeah, I'd see through everything, bruv. Which players do you see Arsenal getting rid of, says Samuel. Which players do I see us getting rid of? I think Socrates a go. I think Holding a go. It doesn't appear like he likes him. I think Bellerin maybe, but I reckon the rest to stay. I reckon pretty much the rest to stay. Maybe Lacazette a go, but other than that, he ain't getting rid of them. He's offering contracts out, bruv, and people go, oh, it's not him offering it. Well, he has a say in what players he has in his team. Whether they sign him or not is irrelevant. But I'm quite sure before David Luiz signed that contract, him, the board, and anybody else that's involved in the decision-making at this football club would have had the conversation with Arteta saying, do you want to keep David Luiz? Yeah, and he's gone, yeah, go and do it. The same with Mustafi. He came out the other day in the press conference and said, Mustafi knows what I think of him and he knows my plans for him going forward. He's getting a new deal. So when people can sit there and slag off the defence, but lick lick who has nearly said it again, lick Arteta's arse. Lick Arteta's arse at your peril, mate. Yeah, because this guy is still going to be playing 2 of them 3 centre-backs next season. 100%. Yeah, it'll still have Mustafi, it'll still have Luiz. Yeah, your manager, not mine. Not mine. Big up Dad's Band on Facebook. Thank you to everyone who is watching on Facebook. Twitch, HOTMIC, we're everywhere these days. What is your opinion on the fact that Aubameyang statistically has always scored more being played off the left, even with Dortmund? How many games has he played off the left and how many has he played on the right? How many has he played up front? For me personally, he's a striker, bruv. He has to play up front. I don't want to see him in the left-back position slide tackling. I want to see him in the penalty box tapping him in. Let's do a couple more of these. Some of your comments crack me up. Yeah, Jaden, just ignore it, bruv. I don't know why people still watch it, to be honest. I genuinely don't get it. Yeah, it's so false. It's unbelievable. How people can't see through that. It's hilarious. But they will. When Arteta gets sacked, he'll end up being a number 2 again, or might end up in punditry, and Emery will end up managing another club. I'm surprised Emery hasn't got another club at the moment. And when Robbie asked me on my fan cam the other day, what would you do? I said, bin him and go and get someone else. Go and get Nuno. Go and get Nuno. Go and get Allegri. Go and get Simeone. Go and get Nagelsmann. Even go and get Pochettino if you have to. Yeah, because I tell you saying, all of them would do a better job than he's done since he's been here. And people can bang on about he inherited a shit team. I ain't buying into that crap. Yeah, I'm not buying into that. Yeah, because the team we had last season was worse than this season. The team we had this season, he's lost more points with than Unai Emery did. He's also lost more games. So people can say he inherited a shit team all they like. It's just blinding and lying to themselves. They're blind faith, bruv. Declan Parrott, thank you very much for your donation, my guy. Liverpool are going to smoke us. Yes, I'm kind of worried, if I'm honest. Big up, Sean. I hope you're well. Thoughts on Osimhen to Napoli for 81 million? Oh, but I thought nobody was going to spend any money this summer. There you go. 81 million. Yes, because of the pandemic, football's finished. Nobody's going to spend any money. Football shouldn't even be back, according to certain people that are now loving life. Football's back. Yes, it's not fair. It's not safe. Social distancing. And then we score a goal and he ain't social distancing. Well, mate, Fucking Jesus Christ. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, on that bombshell, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go and get my kegs off, get in the pool, not naked, obviously. We don't want to scare the locals. Fucking hell. Get the Guardia come and fucking come and sting me for 600 fucking euros on the spot for running down the street naked. But I will be on that. I will be on at 9 o'clock. So make sure you come back for that one. And happy Tuesday, guys. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't make mugs of ourselves tomorrow night. But there you go. Anyway, have a wicked afternoon. I'll be back at 9. Laters, peeps. Laters.